Hello folks, I'm going live on a Sunday, about 6:20. I hung in there till now. I broke $80. I had a semi-late start. Yeah, it was about 1 o'clock. I'm very grateful. Just now, before I went live, I got a repeat customer for dumpling. It's a small order. It's a smaller order, but I don't mind because the customer is local. The client is local, and I would like to kick off my Monday like that. Between 10 and 12, they requested me to shop. That's excellent. I'm so happy. And I worked hard on my other pages this weekend too. I updated them. It had to be done. First, I'll do the rant. I had a Grubhub order, and it was almost a $15 payout. It was to Lido Beach, and no traffic on a Sunday. I think it was Zorn's again. It was a Zorn's pickup to Lido Beach, but close Lido Beach, off the Parkway. Make a left right there. However, when I got on the Parkway, the loop, I thought there was an accident. Now, in the past month, I've seen this. And I know I'm a middle-aged female, but I think I'm self-sufficient. I'm pretty quick. I think I'm pretty street smart and pretty handy. And I can make do with what I have. If my car broke down on the Loop Parkway, I wouldn't sit there in my car with my flashes on. Now, the public safety person was behind me. And I guess I put it together. They were going to the person who was just stopped in the right lane. This is a beautiful parkway that cuts over a beach. It's all water. It's just a 2-lane parkway that brings you to the shore. It's a little piece of land. And it brings you to homes that are on the beach. I'm like, oh, the bridge must be opened. You know, when the big boats go underneath. But this is the third time in a month that I've witnessed this and said to myself, I don't understand why that man, and my age or younger, is sitting in their car with their flashes on. And several times, I mean, I was going to say something last time. It was a couple of weeks ago. I said, no, that's not news. But you know what? This is annoying. It was a Loop Parkway. You created all this backup. He's in this little 4-door hatchback. It was an older model. On his phone with his flashes. Now, I'm a middle-aged female. And the first thought in my mind would be, press on your flashers. Open your door. Get out. Turn the wheel. The grass is right there, like right there. Get your car off the road. No way can that happen 3 times in a month. And they were all men. You hear me? To me, what's going on in the world, they want people to act helpless. And they can't take care of themselves, which makes them weak. I would have just flashes, jumped out of my car, opened the door, pushed the car on the grass. And it was kind of on a hill. Like it was a little bit, you know, you had the upper edge to push the car down. I'm talking a minute. Push it to the side. All this backup. So then I got to the location and I was texting the customer. I'm stuck in traffic, if you could believe that. But it wasn't just the bridge. All that because you couldn't get out of your car and push your car. Come on. It was an hour. However, the customer was really happy and understanding. I delivered to, it's like cooperatives right on the beach. It's 1 level or 2 level. And he was waiting outside for me. A gated community that you go into. So that really slowed up my day. And then I just had a couple of good ones. And I'm done. I'm really happy I came out for a little while. I wasn't planning on it. I said no to a lot of offers with Uber earlier. $2, $2.50, $2.76, $3. They know I'm heading to my place. Merrick to Freeport, not worth it. $3. Come on. So I was very picky, and that's why I earned money. I definitely broke $80. I should have taken a better look. I want to give you an update before I speak about the YouTube thumbnail. Metaverse. Last week I found another great investment, about $1. And when I did research, the company that is a part of the Metaverse, they're either going to have real estate, or they're syncing up with a crypto and a company that I have shares of their stock that are both linked to the Metaverse. All three of them, this other company that I found, about $1, they are collaborating with a crypto that I own and a company stock that I own. I will be updating tomorrow after I buy them, updating that webpage on MyIncomeJob.com inside a stock market that you can find in the sidebar. And anybody who paid for lifetime, access to it as I continue to evolve and research and find, to me that's a penny stock under $3, find penny stocks that will, in my opinion, become lucrative, not 10 years down the line, but a couple of years down the line. I'm going to take a screenshot and upload a picture so you can learn about the new company I found that's linked to the Metaverse and affordable for someone like me. I have a lot of little bags, and a lot of little bags, like a lot of little streams of income, passive income, do start to work in your favor. So I wanted to share that. I didn't share that 2 nights ago, and I didn't share it this morning. The reason why I uploaded that video this morning was to show you that I'm creating assets that will earn me passive income even when I'm not working on them. I don't need to physically work on them all the time to earn the income. I don't have to give my time to earn the income. I worked for free for a lot of years and created something from nothing to get it out there to turn into a money generating machine. It's possible. Now, I listen to a lot of videos. So I continue to create assets or continue to invest in companies that I consider are an asset. And you can follow my lead if you like. Yes, in my opinion, the kind of stocks I buy into, I feel they're assets. And I will gain a good profit in the near future. I will continue to study and learn about stocks, and I do want to become a dividend investor too, but I just feel I'm not ready yet. And bigger companies, more mainstream, connected to the S&P and all that other stuff, but I'm learning. I listen to AM TV. I listen to many channels today, and a couple of them said the same thing. What is your time worth? Like, I worked really hard. Like, how much more do you cut costs to survive in this world? With inflation rising as fast as it is, if you're not getting a boost in your income from your job, it will hurt you. It's just a fact. So that's why you have to have your money working for you while you're earning your money and while you're living your life, while you're sleeping, while you're eating, while you're breathing. Your assets earn you money even when you don't give your time. Really, how much more do you cut costs? I listened to many videos and while I was on the road today, and it's a very popular topic right now. People struggling to make ends meet and to keep what they have. Taxes are super high. Houses, yeah, they're going up, but they're going to crash and they're going to lose value. Like, it's going to be like an instant replay of what happened. They're comparing it to 2008. I see that happening again. A lot of people buying now at high prices. Smart people selling their homes because it's profitable, and the people who are buying them because inflation is going so high and because they got a low rate on that interest, on that mortgage rate, but everything else around them is going to go up to run that household. And people, a few years down the line, there's going to be a lot of foreclosures, a lot of people that can't keep up with the high cost of living. You have to think that way. If you know, I live very small. It was a choice, though, years ago. I chose to live very small to get where I am today. It was a personal choice. I wasn't forced into it. I wasn't. I was very lucky. I could have rented a tiny little place, but I bought a tiny little place instead. That was one thing my parents led me to the right direction. It's small, but you're buying a place. You're not renting, Michelle. And I did. And I listened to them. Good thing. It's small, but I own it. So I feel that's what's going to happen again. And how much is your time worth? I see being successful enough that I can hire people to do all the chores of a house, or at least half. That I can spend my time, and he made a great point, AMTV. You hire someone, you pay them $100 for 4 hours, or $150 for 4 hours. They're handymen, or whatever they do, landscaping, handymen. You hire people, cleaning people once a month, instead of always doing it yourself. Well, if I'm going to be making $500 in that 4 hours, I could pay somebody $100. If I'm going to be earning $1,000, if I'm going to be creating, developing, building more assets and researching and expanding, I could pay people to do those things that I was always trained to do as a kid, to save money, to take care of the house. But that's a very vicious cycle. Then I go to work to earn a modest paycheck just to keep up with inflation, which I'm barely keeping up with. You know, what do you want out of life? I want to hire people. I'm not even sorry for saying that. And if I build a house, I already know if I stay around here, I want my pipes. I want to be wealthy enough that I can have the pipes. I need my glasses. Help me not shovel my entire property when it snows and when it's icy in the winter. Gig driver, comedy. Living small is less stress, and you have better chance of saving money or doing fun activity with your money. I want a house and land, though. Well, that's what I mean. You live small while you're building all those assets that every moment, like right now, I'm earning money online. I don't earn a lot right now, but it continues to get better all the time. And every time I create something, another web page, another video, promote another affiliate link, all my web pages, I get into the search engines. I mean, that was a path I went down, but it makes a lot more sense now, even though I really wasn't sure where I was headed 10, 15 years ago. But now I'm here going, that was a good call, Michelle. That was one thing you got going for you. And it's something that you can do when you're not physically working at a job or living life. Like anything you're doing, you're going to be earning money. I mean, anything I do, like right now, I'm generating a little bit of income on the web. And many different streams and avenues. I'm not even including crypto investment and stock market investments, which I never saw myself doing 3 years ago. I always saw myself working until my mid-70s like a dog and just making ends meet. I always thought that's the way life was supposed to be. No matter what size is an investment. But it's not an asset. I believe that, because you have to upkeep it. Like I live small, but in the past 2 years, I updated the fuses to circuit breaker. I updated a couple of fans. I updated some electricity. I added a new air conditioner. Those units are big. I feel it's too big for my place, but I had to fill up the slot. You know, stuff like that you have to upgrade. And I had family come over and updated my pipes because he's a licensed plumber. He saved me a lot of money, and he tweaked my stuff. I was very grateful for that. updated my faucets, little things like that. It's upkeep. It's not an asset. Not unless, like, people have homes. I deliver to a lot of people, and they have a partial of their home. It's, they rent. Or, this is big here, people rent out their garages to people to work in and for storage. I see that a lot. Maybe they're not renting a room in the house, but they rent over there where their garage is. Somebody's renting their garage. They don't need the garage. The car is right next to their front door. They have a nice area in the driveway, nice little overhead. It's pretty. A lot of people have that. They rent out their garages because it's an asset. It helps pay the bills. But I hear you. You're right. It is an investment. Eventually, it will pay off. But it's not an asset. It takes money to live there. I have nothing earning me money in my tiny little place. Where people who rent out apartments in their homes, well, that's an asset. There's money coming in even though you're paying to stay there. People with those the green electric, they give back and they get money, don't they? And now you can rent out your yard for dogs or pool. I betcha. That's clever. If you don't use it, why not? Why not, right? Absolutely. I guess it was AMTV. I watched so many channels, so many videos in the past few days. I forget who it was. But people hire people to watch their homes that they don't live there all year long. That's an easy stream of income, but you have to physically give your time to do that. People do that. We want to pay you a couple of $100 to keep an eye on our home, even though we have cameras, because nobody else is there to. Yeah, they have apps for that now. Really? Wow. Gig Driver Comedy. Huh. That's a good name. So, I wanted to share that. And there was one more thing. I'm not going to use the YouTube channel name because I do like her. I watch her sometimes. But I feel she had a little bit of a hissy fit on one of her videos. Because in my opinion, she put all her eggs in one basket with YouTube. And she has hundreds of thousands of subscribers, and she took a huge dive in her YouTube revenue. Well, a lot of channels did, and I knew that. For me, it's some extra income at the end of the month. I'll never be a YouTube star. No matter how much I use YouTube, I'm never going to be like these YouTube stars. But I knew the crash would come eventually because Google is making it harder for YouTube partners to generate income. And right now they're splitting up their AdSense and their YouTube. They're going to keep them separate entities. Like, I have my websites. I'm a slow going building up my business. However, now companies are finding me more appealing because I'm building solid foundations that are getting indexed to the search engines, and these companies bid to show their ads on my website real estate space. And I'm very proud of that, and it continues to get better. Where a lot of these YouTube stars, they have their job and they live frugally. They stretch their dollar. Most people do. But they relied so much on YouTube and they took a big dive. And I know they lost money. They have an app where you can put your used car or rent it out for $20, $100 a day, depending on car. Yeah, it's creative, clever ways if you want to rent your car out to someone. I don't know if I would do that, but maybe if I had a few cars, I would. What about those zip cars? They're becoming very popular around here. I see the zip locations. People renting the zip cars. They use it for whatever time they use it for. They use their card, they get charged. And when they're done, they drop it off and no worries. I don't have to worry about maintenance or anything. And insurance. Some people, they need a car a few days a month. They don't want the car all month long. They don't want the responsibility. It's like people who rent. A lot of people, they prefer to rent. Just because someone rents don't mean they're broke. You know, some people just don't want the responsibility of taking care of a piece of property because it's maintenance, it's insurance, it's a piece of property. The last two vids aren't my normal format, but go back to the others. I'm sure you can relate. Hi, Michelle. Hello, Michaela. Love that name. Such a pretty name. You know what? Gig Driver Comedy. I'll take a screenshot. I'll check it out when I'm home. I'm going to head home now. And I will watch some TV. I got some laundry. The Entrepreneurial Spirit. And I want to watch this great show my mother got me addicted to. I don't know. It's on her HBO or maybe her Fire Stick. Whatever she has. The Gilberts. I'm on episode 2. I'm going to watch it 3 tonight. It takes place in New York City in the late 1800s. And it's a plot about old money with new money. And they put in a little racism in there because that was the time, and a little gayness, and it's good. I think she said it has 5 episodes to it, so I'm gonna watch that tonight. It is a pretty name. You have such a pretty name. So I wanted to share that info. There's so much going on, but I'm not giving up, and I look forward. Oh, and I can't wait. I'm so happy that I have a repeat customer. It's a small order. But I'm going to go to Trader Joe's and I'm going to pick up some stuff for my steady customer. But I want to get more customers. You know, I want to get more clients. I have to get used to that. Clients. They call them clients. And I will. I have more advertising coming to me that I paid for already. But I have to wait till it all rolls out properly. And I'm going to target more Long Islanders. And I'm going to do some manual promotion myself. And I feel this time next year, all the web pages I'm creating promoting my service to locals, it's going to be normal for people to look up personal shoppers soon. I really believe that wholeheartedly. Yeah. My cousin shares your name. Yes, it is. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. Yes, it is. It's very pretty, Michaela. So thank you very much. Any thumbs up are appreciated. I'm heading home. I'm happy I came out. But man, that was a doozy with the parkway. And then on the way back, the bridge was up. But to see people who are perfectly physically capable, that couldn't be 3 times in 1 month. That somebody maybe has an ailment, handicap, or maybe they really couldn't turn their car. I watched 2 men a few weeks ago. They were on the ramp. The roads are horrible here. It's just disgusting. They were on the ramp and the car was stopped on the ramp, about to enter the parkway, and they were just standing there chit-chatting. Like, our car broke down, flashes on, drive over the grass to go around me. I would think 2 grown men would have enough brains to realize, push your car onto the grass. Get your car off the road. The grass is right there. It just boggles my mind. You can't be that helpless or that, I guess, privileged, like, I'm too big to push my car. Are you serious? Get your car off the road. You're causing danger. And that was a few weeks ago, and I was blown away by it. They were just standing there chit-chatting. Our car broke down on the ramp, and people were driving around it. And driving around it, that it was putting them in a dangerous situation about getting hit. It's a hazard. Yes, it's a hazard. Get your car off the road. I was just so like, those are 2 middle-aged men like me, and they're chit-chatting like, oh, we're just waiting for our tow, drive around us. Bizarre. And the roads here, again, today, the parkways, the ramps onto the parkways from Massapequa to Freeport are pathetic. It's like the taxes you pay. It's as if they want you to hurt your car and have blowouts and get alignments so the gas stations are more busier, the mechanics. It makes no sense to me that they're there, that the roads are as bad as they are. The conditions they're just pathetic and dangerous at the same time. Have a good one. Thumbs up. Heading home. And I'll be shopping for my dumpling client tomorrow. And I'm excited. Nice and local too. I'm very grateful. I'm happy they like me. I hope they have all the products that they want too. All right. I'll see you soon. Have a good one, everyone. Bye, everybody.